Felt a lot of pressure to stay skinny. Why not just make myself sick? That was the start of my eating disorder. Then maybe I'll feel happy. And you know what? It worked. I overcame my eating disorder. I realized that I have a purpose from what I went through. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Alicia and I wanted to create this to help people. I'm a personal trainer, a certified exercise physiologist, and I have a long, dark history with health and fitness. So I really want to help a wide range of people figure out that it is possible to live a healthy lifestyle that makes you feel good, helps you accomplish your goals and dreams, and it's maintainable and realistic also. First, I just want to give a little bit of my health history and my background. So I originally got interested in exercise when I was a senior in high school. I had played sports all my life and I stopped playing sports. Betty, you gotta stop, Betty. I'm filming. And once I stopped, I started gaining weight. Maybe my metabolism changing, hormones, whatever it is. I started getting weight my senior year and I felt a lot of pressure to stay skinny because growing up, I was fueled by people telling me I was skinny. I was always complimented, you're so skinny, you're so skinny. And I was like, yay, like that makes me feel good, but I'm not doing anything to stay skinny. I just eat normal. I eat McDonald's. I play sports. I didn't try to be thin. But when I was a senior, I was like, crap, I am gaining weight. Like I need to keep my body looking the way it is, or maybe people won't like me the same way, who knows. So I started exercising, and then one summer, right before college, I got in trouble and was grounded for the summer, and this was really, really tough for me. Because you know, you're a senior in high school, you had just graduated, you're about to go to college, and you want to spend your summer with your friends, but I wasn't allowed to. My parents wouldn't let me. So I started turning to food for comfort. This was the first time in my life that I can remember that I ever started just eating when I was alone, feeling down, because it gave me something to do and it made me feel better. Also, I had been going to the gym regularly, but since I was grounded, sorry mom and dad, I would say I was going to the gym and I would go to my boyfriend's house. So I wasn't exercising, I was eating a lot, so I had gained a lot of weight that summer. Fast forward, I go to college, don't really recognize the fact that I gained weight, you know, party all year, don't exercise. By the end of my freshman year, I remember going to put on these shorts because it was getting warm out and they barely fit, and I was just like, holy crap. And I just kind of freaked out. And I remember I was in my dorm room and I had a Subway in my hand and I was like, oh my God, I can't eat this sub. I'm gonna gain weight, all the carbs, all the bread. So why not just make myself sick? That was the start of 5 very, very difficult years. You know, I thought I was gonna cry, but I didn't think I was gonna cry this soon. That was the start of my eating disorder. I suffered from bulimia nervosa for 5 years. No one knew. No one. I was very good at hiding it. I recovered about 8 months ago. I haven't made myself sick since, and I know I will never make myself sick since. But to get me to where I am today, a lot changed in the way I view health, the way I view fitness, the way I deal with stressors, with being alone, with even happy emotions, with all of my emotions. It's how I view the world. So much has changed. The pressure I put on myself, the way I view my body, the love I have for myself. Because in my recovery process, it took me a very long time to realize that I wasn't respecting myself. I had no love for myself. I remember one day I saw some post about self-love, and I just sat there and thought, like, I have never thought about this before, but I mean, I don't want to die, but can I say I truly love myself? I couldn't. So now I can. And I can't tell you how happy I am now. None of my circumstances have changed aside from my mind and how I view and cope with different things, relationships, emotions, and stressors. And the reason I'm talking about this is because eating disorders are not normalized the way depression and anxiety are. Depression and anxiety and other mental disorders are talked about very openly, and eating disorders aren't, you know? It took me until I was recovered to confess to family members and friends about my issues, and I still haven't told a ton of people, so now everyone's gonna find out, but that's okay. I think I didn't go through those 5 years for nothing. I'm getting emotional because I'm happy that I'm recovered and that I realized that I have a purpose from what I went through. And my purpose is to help other people out there like me who are just trying to live a healthy lifestyle but maybe are putting way too much pressure on themselves, or people who do have an eating disorder and don't understand why they're doing what they're doing. Maybe you have bulimia and you binge and afterwards you're like, why in the world did I do that? Or maybe you have another form of an eating disorder. I want to help other people. I want to help prevent people's eating disorders from getting worse. I want to help prevent people from developing an eating disorder, or I want to be that light for somebody who's going through what I went through, those dark, dark, dark times, and just help inspire you to get out of that hole, because there were a lot of times I was like, food is going to control me for the rest of my life. And I'm not crying because I feel sad for me. I'm crying because in the past couple years working in health and fitness, so many people have come to me for help and advice, and I see the signs of eating disorders. And recently I had a couple people very close to me tell me that they have eating disorders, and it just breaks my heart because an eating disorder is a mental disorder and you are genuinely suffering. When I had my eating disorder, I felt like I was living at like 25 or 50% of my capacity. Like, yes, I appeared very happy to people and I had fun at times, but I stayed in unhealthy relationships for a very long time, afraid to let go because I didn't know what I was worth. I didn't have any source of happiness, any pure source of happiness. And I had all of these ideas in my head. Like, I was always drawn to photography, traveling, truly like giving my all to helping other people, but I would go into these dark, dark weekends, places. I would spend my nights obsessing about when my roommates would go to bed so I could sneak out and go to the fast food and just eat food and then make myself sick after. And I would always feel so guilty the next day, and it would just be a cycle. So I'm sharing this because if you're out there and you're struggling, I want to tell you that recovery is possible. And these are happy tears. I'm just so happy because now I have the mental space. You know, I didn't realize when I was trying to be super healthy, I didn't realize that mental health was so important. I worked on my diet, I worked on exercise, and one day I just realized, oh my God, Alicia, you're not working on your mind. Like, your mind is so sad, stressed, pressured. And that's why I'm not happy. Like, I would reach these fitness goals. I would be thin. I would be toned. I would look good. But I didn't feel happy because I was always chasing the next thing to make my body look different because I was seeking that happiness. But then I realized one day, wait, I need to work on my mental health, and then maybe I'll feel happy. And you know what? It worked. I overcame my eating disorder. I am so happy. Not always. I'm still a human, but I have those techniques to get myself to feel happy and how to cope with my negative emotions in a way that doesn't have to do with food. And I'm just so passionate about so much in life. I used to just be obsessed with health and fitness. And now I love photography. I love animals. I love to travel. And I love to cook, like truly enjoy it. I love to dance. I'm not very good at it, but I enjoy it. But I have a balance between exercise, rest, and eating, having fun, pursuing hobbies, and work. I love to hang out with friends and family, and now I can do all those things, and I have the mental space. I'm not constantly thinking about what's my next meal gonna be. If you don't have an eating disorder and you're watching this, thank you for sticking around for this long. I promise my channel won't always be about eating disorders, but I just think it's so important to share my background and where I came from with health and fitness. So yeah, I want to be that light for somebody out there, because there are people on YouTube and Instagram who have been that light for me. So I think we can't get enough of that positivity out there. So if you like this video and you want to keep up with me, I'm posting videos each week. Follow me on Instagram and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.